What's up, everybody? Welcome to PixelPlay Sidequests, your bonus content every Friday here on YouTube. We got a special episode, aka like Kaylan finished a game. It's always a special episode when Kaylan finishes something. Hey,
Three
clap,
times a
clap, clap,
year.
clap. So you finally finished Flintlock Siege of Dawn, the game you were professing for a little while, actually. That might be your game of the year. So without further ado, tell us why we should play this game, Kaylan.
Yeah, so Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn, came out back in July, I believe, and it came on Game Pass. And it's okay reviews. I think it's sitting somewhere around a 70% on Metacritic. Kind of feeling like generic and stuff, but honestly, this is a game I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on in terms of Game Pass, and it's on PlayStation 5 as well. So you play as a soldier who's in this kind of war that's sort of like Napoleonic Civil War era. You're using flintlock guns and like trenches and stuff, and you're fighting against a undead horde coming out from this gate. And what ends up happening is you face this god, and basically you lose. The gate opens up, and the gods from the other world with the undead come into our world and kind of wreak chaos. So you get paired up with this little fox companion that comes and helps you, who is one of the gods as well. And you go on a quest to kind of close the gate, seal it up, and defeat the gods along the way. So this game is absolutely incredible. It has a lot of DNA with things like Souls games. Like if you look at something like Elden Ring, or if you look at something like God of War, it kind of has that vibe. Now, for full disclosure, I played on easy difficulty because I did not feel like having a Soulsborne experience, and it was great. I do think that it would also work well as a Soulsborne game. So the mechanics of it is you're mostly doing a lot of melee stuff with your axe. You're doing combos with it. You're hacking and slashing in a very Devil May Cry style way. So as you kill enemies, you collect, I forget what it's called, if it's stones, swords, whatever. You're collecting something as you kill them. But the neat thing is as you kill them and you take no hits, you get more and more points, along with multipliers based on how varied you are in terms of your actions. So if you are blocking, defending, doing heavy attacks, light attacks, if you're using your pistol, if you're using your special abilities, it all adds to the modifier, and you can redeem this at any point. So if you have 100 points and a 20 plus modifier, you do that. So 100 times 20%, you basically get 120 points. However, the moment you take damage, you collect all of the currency that you have, and you lose the multiplier. So there's that risk reward balance of trying to get a high multiplier with a high score, but you also want to make sure that you redeem it at a point so that you're getting those modifiers, you're not losing them out all the way. There is no consequence for dying. You do not lose any sort of souls or anything like that. Or sorry, if you die, you lose your souls and you have to just go back and collect them. There's no sort of like you have to kill the guy who killed you or whatever to get it back. You just have to go back to where you died to collect them. From a navigational perspective, it's really cool. So you've got your standard like running around. They've got a cool little double jump feature, but it also has like this little teleportation feature as well that allows you to kind of zoom around the map, and I absolutely love it. The other thing I like about this game from a Dark Souls perspective is that it actually has quite varied aesthetics. So oftentimes with these Souls-like games, it's always very drab and brown and gray. This game is not like that. So there is a forest mountain theme, there is a grasslands sort of theme, and there's a desert theme. So there's three sort of main worlds, and you can kind of go about, and it looks cool that each one is unique and colorful. Story-wise, I like the story. I thought it was kind of neat. I wasn't like, it's not the most gripping story, but I was interested in. I liked the relationship between your little fox companion and your main character. So I thought that was really cool. I want to see more. If you read anything like the Powder Mage trilogies or something like that, this is the vibe I was getting from that. It was a great game. I really liked the mechanics. I liked the aspect of moving around the map. So there's a lot of places to explore, and I would often find myself going off the beaten trail just to explore other spaces. There are collectibles in this game, and with the exception of like one just being like go and find all the flags, um, every other sort of collectible and hidden object was something that was beneficial. Whether it was a new helmet, whether it was a new weapon, whether it was a new gauntlet, you were rewarded for exploring, and it wasn't something just token as collect all 50 feathers or something like that. It was something that always sort of helped your character be better in the game. Yeah, overall, this is a fantastic game. I think the critics kind of missed it on this one, And I think this is a game that people are sleeping on when it comes to Game Pass. For me, this is easily probably my game of the year so far. If not, it's at least in the top 2. I really loved it. I kept thinking about it, and even after I've beaten it, I keep continuing to think about it. So yeah, if you have Game Pass, if you're looking for a game that is about 15 to 20 hours, rewarding of your time, not wasting it, this is a game for you. I highly recommend it. It is definitely a 6 out of 6 for me. I really could not recommend Flintlock Siege of Dawn anymore. And this is the second game made by the studio A44. The only other game that they made was Ashen back in in 2018. And if this is what they do next, then I'm certainly going to keep an eye on this developer, because like even the game looks incredible. It is one of the best looking games I've seen on this generation. So for me, I have nothing but positive things to say about Flintlock. If you haven't yet, check it out. Don't be kind of like dissuaded by the mediocre reviews. This game is better than it is reviewing. If you're looking for a Soulsborne game, great. If you're turned off by Soulsborne and you just want like an action adventure a la God of War, this hits that as well. So highly recommend it.
And you might have said it before, how long did it take you to go through it?
I think this game takes like 15 hours, give or take how much you want to explore and the difficulty you're playing on. So I was playing at easy, and I think it took me about 15 hours to beat. So it is not a short game, but it by no means is a daunting, massive game like Elden Ring. So highly recommend it.
All right, Chris, any questions you got? Because I think that covers on my end.
No, that covers it. I definitely want to give it a go. That's it. I just want to give it a go.
Yeah, it's nice to see, like, at least like Game Pass is getting a couple other, like, it's nice to always get hidden gems on a service when you're usually expecting like the big hits all the time. So it is
I honestly think this is the best game on Game Pass that was released this year, if not one of the best games on Game Pass, period. That's like cool. I was playing Halo before I played this, and I dropped Halo for this.
Dang. You want to stir up some controversy. That honestly should be the real title. Better than Halo, Flintlock Siege of Dawn.
Yeah,
best
Flintlock
Xbox
is better than Halo. Don't at me.
Yeah.
Well, any other comments you got there, Kaylan, or does that cover everything you got as well?
Check it out. It's worth picking up. And even if you don't have Game Pass, I would highly recommend purchasing it on the PlayStation as well. It's worth the money.
Perfect. Well, you guys know the drill. This is another video in the can. And also, Kaylan finished a game. That obviously deserves a like right off the bat. And if you haven't already subscribed, by the way, keeping in mind, 4 subscribers away from a serial episode. It's almost there. You guys got to get us there. So please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content. Keep in mind, every Wednesday is our main show. Fridays are when we post the side quests. We will see you next week. I will have a review up for next week's side quest, so look forward to that. But for now, we will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye for now.